Hey, everybody, welcome back to the Top Agent Podcast. We're your hosts. I'm Ryan Espy, and I'm joined as usual by my co host, Miss Stacy Regula. How are you doing today, Stacy?
I'm good. How are you?
Hanging in there as usual. However, we need to talk a little bit about what we need you to do before we proceed. And if you would be so kind, hit like and make sure you hit subscribe on this channel. Click that bell so you're notified whenever something new drops on the channel. We are picking up steam, but we have a great guest today. One of the most interesting personalities and active on all forms of social media with his unique and hilarious videos, Mr. Shawn King.
Hello?
Hello!
Yes?
Let's cut straight to the chase. Are you looking to sell your house today?
I don't think so.
Before you hang up, can you just tell me who's your favorite real estate agent?
No, the one with the guy in the white mask who walks around and stalks babysitters.
Yeah, that guy is pretty good. Can we at least go for a coffee just to discuss the market?
Why? You want to ask me out on a date?
No, I'm terrified of dating. I just wanted to let you know that the price of your house is dropping.
What did you say?
I said I cry on dates, so sell your house.
Is this some kind of joke?
Nope, no joke. And I may have told a few of your neighbors they could come over for an open house tonight. I also told R. Kelly he could use your bathroom.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show, Shawn King. How are you doing today, Shawn?
I'm excellent. I'm all the way here from Ontario. It's nice to see you guys. Nice to meet you, Stacy.
Nice to meet you. Thanks for joining us. You want to tell us a bit about yourself? What brokerage are you working at?
Okay, so I'm with one called Royal Heritage Realty. I don't think you guys have ever heard of them. It was actually my hockey coach who started it when I was a kid.
Mhm.
And yeah, we have about 400 agents now. So it's been growing. He's been at it about 8 years with the brokerage. He was the president of TREB. That's the whole Toronto board at one point. Had his own brokerage, went on his way with his partner. And yeah, now it's growing. I love it.
So how many years do you have in as a realtor then?
I'm in year 6 now.
And you've been with the same company, I guess, for the whole time?
No, I started with Keller Williams my first 2 years. All my training was with Keller Williams, but I was kind of part-time my first year. So I was managing a restaurant, right? And I actually got my first couple of deals came from that restaurant. So I held on to that for a bit. And then, yeah, no, I started dating this girl in year 2 who worked at Royal Heritage Realty, and she got me to switch over. That didn't work out, but I'm still there.
Yeah, is she still there too?
I didn't see her at the Christmas party, so I don't know.
Yeah. 400 agents. I bet it's pretty easy to avoid somebody if you really wanted to.
Yeah, we have about 5 offices now, right? So
yeah, that's pretty interesting.
I like small boutique kind of things and growing with them from there was less than 200 when I joined, right? So
well, we were looking at if we were to quantify of all the people we've ever had on the show, the brokerage they used to be with, Keller Williams seems to be a pretty popular answer. No slight to Keller Williams, but that seems to be a common theme.
they're great with their training, I think, and for starter agents and stuff like that. It just, yeah, I won't bash any brokerages or anything on here. It just,
Yeah, no, of course not.
yeah, but yeah, I think they have great training. They have good marketing to get agents in them, and then I think people just try and branch out after that.
Yeah.
And see what else is out there.
And a lot of them go back.
Yeah, very true. And I know people that have been there the entire time since I've been there, and they love it. And they have a good team structure. If you're starting a team, they have great benefits for that. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to go work with my hockey coach, and they have great splits and everything, and they've been great. I love it.
So if we're going to back up way back, and I know I watched a video of you why you got into real estate, and it was kind of a parody thing because you make a lot of really good videos.
Oh, thank you.
But prior to getting into real estate, what was life like for you? Like, is this something you aspired to do, or is it like a lot of us, and it's kind of something you never considered and you just kind of fell into?
So it's a little of both. I wanted to be in sales really badly, right? Like I wanted to go to, I got accepted to school for chemical engineering, like the college program. I wanted to be in pharmaceutical sales.
Yeah. Okay.
And I was, do you know Ontario very well? I know you guys are in Manitoba, right?
I'm actually from Ontario originally, but I only lived there for a few years of my early birth life.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
nice. Do you know the Muskokas?
Yep.
So I used to manage a restaurant up there in my early 20s, and yeah, this big millionaire, rich real estate agent used to come into the restaurant all the time. And he told me, he's like, get your real estate license, I'll hire you right away. And then so I went and got it, and then I just didn't work for him. I went back home to Toronto and just did it there. Yeah, legit, that's how it happened. I didn't aspire to be it. I had no idea what I was doing, but hey, I stuck with it. I love it.
Nice. So, what do you do commercial real estate as well, or what do you specialize in?
Mostly residential. I focus a lot with first-time buyers. In the last 2 years, it's been probably more half and half. But my first 4 years, I was definitely marketing way towards first-time buyers. I actually did just sell a restaurant, though, last week. So I do dip into commercial a little bit, but mostly residential.
That sounds a lot like how we do business out here in Manitoba. It's a primarily residential license, but we're allowed to dabble in commercial real estate.
Yeah, it's the same here. Like commercial deals are a nightmare, but I'll still do them for friends and stuff.
Yeah.
That's
kind of how I am too.
What's it like in Manitoba? If I'm asking questions, just cut me off. I'm just curious.
Well, I bet it's pretty similar to Northwestern Ontario. As far as once you get into Southern Ontario, it's probably quite a bit different, especially with property values.
Yeah, because I'm just outside of Toronto, right?
Yeah, so around Toronto, I imagine there's not a whole bunch of parallels. But I mean, aside from the property values being vastly different, it's probably pretty much the same type of market.
Are you guys like in a buyer's, seller's market? Like, did you guys get crazy bidding wars and all that?
In Winnipeg, we did, yeah.
Really, eh? Yeah. No, I'm just curious. I have no idea what's going on. I know the Vancouver market. I know the New Brunswick market very well. I don't know the Saskatchewan, Manitoba at all. I've done a few deals in Calgary.
Yeah, it's leveling out right now, but it's transitioning into a buyer's market for us. So
yeah, like is the job market and everything good there?
Oh yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, the issue out here is we can't find enough people to fill the jobs.
That's awesome, right? See, a lot of people probably don't even know that they can go out there and get a job easily, right?
Easily. I mean, it depends on what you're willing to do, and that's the attitude that's kind of affecting our province a little bit. Is people not being willing to do those jobs that no one else wants, and
like the tradesmen
heavily on immigration to fill those.
Yeah, because we get a huge chunk of the immigration. I always thought they should do more incentives to get them out west and east more, and because there's so much work and stuff out there, right? So
yeah. So I need to ask, seeing how you brought up the market.
Yeah.
What are you doing to adapt to a market that's changing?
So so when the market started picking up during COVID, right? I switched to the video aspect, and I kind of cut back from the door knocking, cold calling thing. I'm right back into that hardcore again. I'm kind of back to basics, as they say. So like I'm cold calling, door knocking, flyering, open housing every week, as well as the video marketing now, right? So I'm really back into the hardcore stuff like that. Like I've kind of stayed back from online leads because they're super saturated now. So I've cut back a little bit there, just for spending purposes. But I'm right back into the cold calling, door knocking, and flyering, that kind of thing. I'm going to do some events and stuff this year, I think. So
yeah. What advice would you give agents looking to become top producers right now?
Right now is just, I think in this changing market is just try everything. Like don't go ham on everything and then find out what's working the best for you and then quadruple down on it, right? So, but right now, honestly, there's no solid answer that works anymore. I don't think that 100% it's what works for you. So I don't care. There's people that never touch social media. All they do is door knock, and they do better than 90% of the people on social media because they're consistent, right? So just find that one thing for you, and then just go quadruple down on it. Also, hire a virtual agent. I hired a virtual agent last year, and it's changed my life.
Full time?
Sorry?
Full time?
I had her on full time for a bit. She's kind of part time now, but she'll be back full time in the spring. She has a bunch of different clients, so she's not.
What does she do for you? Because that's a question that a lot of people will ask: is how do I quantify, or how do I justify getting a virtual agent? What do I get them to do?
So don't get them to do like follow-up calls and stuff. I don't do that. Anything talking to my clients directly is always me. I gave her access to my work email. I gave her access to my Facebook, my LinkedIn, all that. She does all the marketing for me there. She does thumbnails. She does a lot of my like paperwork, like FinTrack forms, stuff like that. Just stuff like sometimes you have 10 things to do in a day, and it's good when you can just pass it on to them. Like yeah, so a lot of my like YouTube stuff, she'll upload it for me. She does the thumbnails, all that kind of stuff, right? She'll help with listing descriptions, just stuff like that if I'm busy, like just or any paperwork, just so I can do more and spend more time trying to connect with people and lead generation instead of the little things, right?
Well, that's incredible, because that is something like, you know, if you found somebody that can handle all that stuff, then you found a good one, I think.
And she gets my humor with my silly videos, so she'll make silly thumbnails, and like she's like she loves doing that because not a lot of agents are asking her to make a silly thumbnail of me like in Titanic or whatever, right?
Yes.
So she loves that.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we're talking a lot about social media. What role do you feel social media plays in today's real estate world?
If you're a veteran agent and you've kind of built your clientele and you're doing a lot of the old school stuff, I think you can still be very successful without it. I think if you're a newer agent, you'll be dead in the water without it. Like basically, if you're a younger, newer agent and you need to get yourself, everyone you know is on social media pretty much. So you need to get yourself out there as quick as possible. And it's the absolute best tool, right? Like I said, I've done 3 deals from TikTok alone, and I don't even use TikTok that much. Right, so it's crazy the reach you get there now, and there's so many options. You don't have to just use Instagram. You can use. There's people that do a lot of like home tours on YouTube, and they get a lot of immigration coming over just from that. They're not getting even their sphere from it. There's a million avenues with it. I think, yeah, if you're under 10 years in the business, you kind of have to use it now to a degree.
So what advice could you offer somebody? Like, I feel like agents are reluctant to use it because they're worried about quality.
No, see, that's the biggest. Like half my videos are done with my cell phone. The best ones are done with my cell phone. The biggest thing you want to do with social media depends what you're doing, obviously. Like if you're doing a home, like a video tour of a house or something like that, or a listing video, you want it looking top nines, right?
Yeah.
But if you're just on social media, the biggest thing you want to do is connect with people. It's not about it looking the best, because sometimes the videos look so good, but they look commercialized, right? So they're not approachable. So the best thing you can do on social media is something that's approachable. Like posting a picture of your dog will probably get you conversations with people 10 times more than your most professional listing video in the world.
That is a good point.
But I think you should do both, right? So you want to remind people you're in real estate. So do your professional videos too, and then mix it up with more personal, unpolished stuff too that relates to people, right?
Yes.
So you get those connections, and then you get that they see you're in real estate too.
Yeah.
So but don't always start doing it first and then build your quality, because even if you have the best quality and you're not comfortable on camera, it's not going to look good.
Yeah, it's kind of my issue. So would you say that you've gotten leads from like your social media stuff?
Oh yeah, tons. Like I actually just got one from California on Instagram. She's a realtor I know, and I met her through Instagram doing my videos. So there's a doctor in Toronto who's selling her house and moving to California. So she connected to her down there, and she said, I have an agent in Toronto, and she got me a listing appointment.
Oh,
I don't know where that's going yet, but I have 10 of those stories already, right? So, and a lot of my, like I said, a lot of my videos on Instagram, I did myself. I edited them and everything, and they're kind of free marketing. I do put money into a lot of them too, like the bigger ones, but majority of them have been free. So
that's pretty cool, because I've actually gotten myself, first time ever for me last summer was getting a lead from TikTok.
it works, and everyone's like, TikTok's for kids. I'm like, it always starts for kids, and then the adults take over. And like I said, I did a girl from Texas. I got her house sold. It actually just sold last month, and now she's buying in Michigan. And she was from TikTok. She's 60. She just loved my videos, so I connected her, and I'm getting the referral fees, right? So
nice.
it's crazy what you can do with it. And like I said, I have less than 2,000 followers on TikTok. And like I said, I've done 3 deals. So you don't have to have some big platform to even make it work. You just have to connect with people. And I actually teach it in my office to a lot of the older generation how to use social media. And I'm like, there's a million people like you guys on TikTok that don't know how to use it. Connect with them. There's your referrals all over the States right there and Canada right there, because you're talking to them how to do video, right?
Yeah.
So there's a million avenues. There's a million people in your shoes that you can connect with.
Well, we have some questions for you that are a little bit off of the subject here.
I like it. All right.
Here's where we get,
how am I doing so far?
You're doing great, man.
I can ramble on sometimes. So
What does your cup say?
it says, "Good morning, beautiful."
Perfect.
Yeah. I have the "Good morning, handsome" too over there. So
If you're flipping through the channels and you see, a movie on, what is that one that you will stop and watch 100 times? So basically the question is, what is your favorite movie and the one that will, you don't mind watching over and over again?
I don't even know if you've heard of it, because so many people haven't, but it's Boogie Nights with Mark Wahlberg.
Well, of course I've heard of it.
No, but so many people haven't. I'm obsessed with that movie. It's my favorite movie. I love Dirk Diggler. I actually did a video that's kind of based off it. I'll show it to you later, but I love Dirk Diggler and Boogie Nights.
Whenever I'm playing a game online and I have to enter in a name, it's always Brock Landers.
Yeah, bro, great name. Like, I love that so much. So yeah, with him and John C. Reilly and is that Burt Reynolds, I think. So
Yeah.
I've probably seen that movie 7,000 times, and Billy Madison with Adam Sandler. Those two.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so those two I could watch over and over and over, and Dumb and Dumber. Those 3. I'll stop there.
Dumb and Dumber is a good one.
Yeah.
What is your favorite thing to do when you're not doing real estate?
So right now or just in general?
Both.
Both.
So I have this new thing where I'm addicted to puzzles right now. But yeah, in my regular time, I used to do stand-up comedy. That's how before I got into real estate, I was a stand-up comedian.
Oh, that's interesting.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's how kind of where I get my comedy stuff and videos. I play guitar. I work out. I've started boxing a little bit. I'm a well-rounded guy. I got lots of little hobbies, right? So I got my dog. I got my nephews, right? So I got lots of stuff I do. But I'm really into puzzles right now. I can't stop. I'll stay till 3 in the morning doing them sometimes.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I assume because most people in real estate have a wide collection, but some don't. We actually had a guest answer this question in an unexpected way last week, but what book has had the most influence on you?
So I'm actually a huge reader. I do a lot of audiobooks too.
Yep.
I do books and audiobooks. The biggest one was I read it when I was like 19. It's very kind of cliche. There's actually 2 of them. They're very cliche now, but they definitely got me started into like investing and stuff. They were The Wealthy Barber. Everyone knows that one. Like, I think it's a bit dated now, but it definitely, as a young guy, it taught me things I didn't know. And Rich Dad Poor Dad.
I have read both of those. And
Yeah, like now they're a bit dated and stuff, but just starting books, and they're very cliche, but it's, like, they got me right into investing in like ETFs and mutual funds when I was a kid, and realizing I didn't want to work a 9 to 5 from a young age, right? So I would reread those 10 times and probably still learn things right now.
the concepts ring true.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So the hardest question of the day: what's the best piece of advice you've ever been given?
The best piece of advice in real estate or just in life?
Just in whatever makes
In
you.
general.
The best piece. The best piece is focus on yourself in your 20s. Okay, that's one thing I'm happy I did. I got all my ducks in a row, bought property, did everything, and focused on myself in my 20s, where half my friends are getting divorced now. I'm in my 30s now. So the best piece of advice is focus on yourself and build yourself the best you could be in your 20s so you know what you're doing.
That's really good advice.
Is it? Yeah, I think it's very
If you're 20.
Yeah, that ship has sailed.
Well, you still do it. It's not too late, but
Yeah.
that's probably changed my life in my 20s for me, right? So I'm set up better now because I focus a lot more on myself than my 20s, right? I got out of bad relationships kind of thing. So you don't really know yourself yet, right?
That's right. Get it out of your system.
Yeah.
Because the person you are when you're 20 is not the person you will be when you're 35.
Yeah, exactly, right? So,
yeah.
Hey, hey, there's a lot of people going through in their 30s and 40s, and they wish they did it with their 20s. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Right? So it's still good.
So Shawn, if somebody's looking where to find you, where do they look?
I'm on Google. Like, do you mean my area or where online?
Area, social media, the whole nine. Yeah.
Okay, I'm on TikTok. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Facebook. I'm on LinkedIn. I'm on Google. I'm on Snapchat, Twitter. I think that I'm on every one of them. I don't use Snapchat really, or that new one, Post Now or whatever. I don't use those, but I have them. But you can find me anywhere. If you type my name on Google, it should pop up. I pay for that. So.
Right on.